Hi guys, it's me, JJ, and today we're not doing a regular little update of the Ratchet Diaries. No, today is not a music video. Today we are celebrating not only the end of my 20s, but 10 years of filming my life. So basically guys, March of this year, March of 2024, marked 10 years that I started making the Ratchet Diary videos. And so today I thought it'd be a super great and fun idea to not only go back and reminisce and reflect over all the good and the bad, basically do 10 of the worst moments of the Ratchet Diaries and 10 of the best moments of the Ratchet Diaries. So yeah, you guys, let's get started. We're gonna start with the 10 worst. So at number 10, we have finding my second job in Kansas City. Well, yeah, and then I was just like, okay, well, back to square one. I have to fucking apply to all these stupid places that I've already applied to because, like, getting that job in July, you know, that was 7 months of applying to places. Like, I'm so sick of this shit. Like, ridiculous that I basically pretty much have been looking for a second job this whole effing year. It's just like, God, fuck. Then at number 9, I have Homeless Heartbreak video, which basically explained what happened and all the heartbreak and homelessness that I was dealing with right after I got back from Paris. You know, you guys know probably Alec, you've maybe seen him in my videos. He was my bestest friend for the longest time. And we've always had a really complicated relationship. I had a video like almost 2 years ago, I think, that I made talking about what happened between us when we got our apartment together, and you know, how he left me with everything and he dipped and like couldn't stay and deal with it because he said I was too much to deal with. You know, if you watched any of my past videos, we broke up, we got back together, and it was great. What ultimately made me decide to finally let him go was we would fight sometimes, we'd argue, and a lot of the time he wouldn't be happy for my success. A lot of the friendships I've had and lost this year have the main issue has been being able to feel how I want to feel, and people are telling me how to feel. So because of that, it created a stir between me and him. This time we like hung out. I'm too much to deal with and your energy's too much, and you know, that's something I've been told my entire life, and like, you can only hear that so much from somebody that you care about. And so because of that, I decided to end things, and other reasons as well, but I just felt like, you know, if this is going to be the constant narrative of like him dipping when shit gets difficult, then, you know, you don't need negative kind of people like that. Mark, you know, started showing signs before we went of, you know, non-acceptance and having issues with me and being my full authentic self. And, you know, I thought that I was being with somebody who accepted both sides of myself and didn't see me as two different people. Then skip to Paris, we're there, and immediately he starts kind of being a dick. And pretty much the whole time he was kind of a dick. And he broke up with me the day after we got back, and he was telling me I can't pretend like this is a real relationship anymore because I just don't like this side of yourself. And so I kind of took that back and was like, okay. And so he said though that it was nothing I did, nothing I said that made him decide that. And I'm like, is that supposed to make me feel better? Basically telling me I didn't do anything wrong, which basically says that you basically are breaking up with me because you don't like me anymore. Thankfully, Iris said I could come back because that's where I was before. You know, I moved in with her and then moved out with Mark and lived with Mark for about 3.5 months. So then immediately going back with Iris, she didn't give me a moment to really like catch my breath or really heal from anything. She was like, you need to get the fuck over this. I don't want to hear about this anymore. So 3 weeks go by and we just are not getting along. And so, you know, after another major fight, I'm just like, girl, I need to move out because this is not working. Like, we are fighting every day. We're not coming to agreement. We're arguing and nothing is getting resolved. So I don't 100% know where I'm going to be living the rest of my time in Chicago. I do want to say I'm very heartbroken because I basically lost kind of my family / loved ones, because I consider friends family, because my real family, my blood family, can go rot in hell for all I care. My mom and dad are everything, but you know, they're not here. So Alec, Iris, and Mark were really my support system and felt the most homey to me here in Chicago. And losing all of them in like, you know, a 5-month period is really difficult because, you know, those were my family. At number 8 of the worst moments, we have finally sticking to a lesson that I've been needing to learn for way too long. Took 27 years to get to that point. Keep making the mistake of allowing people in my life, getting really attached to them really too quickly. Because my thing is, you know, I'm so used to people always treating me like shit all the time. And so when someone does come along and they are really respectful, they do understand me, I want them. I'm like, oh my God, like, you're a rare breed of a human being that actually like respects me as a human being, because most people just don't. And so I make the mistake of, you know, ending up just the way that I love and I care is just so full on, and it happens really quickly, you know, especially with being treated with respect and actual like a human being. You like me and we get along and da 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 da. You will never find another motherfucking bitch like me that will love and care and support you like no one else on this planet. And so that's like the blessing part of it. Unfortunately, the curse is, you know, most people will never end up returning that care. Once again, like I said, I'm able to recognize this mistake that I keep making with people, and after every time that I involve myself with anyone, I'm always reminded that I'm just so much better off being by myself. This happens all the time, and I'm just so sick of the narrative, you guys. And so, you know, this year I've really just been trying to dedicate myself, my time, my care, my energy into me. Because at the end of the day, if I'm happy with myself and being by myself and I enjoy my own company and I don't think I'm too much for myself, I don't think I'm too negative, I don't think I complain too much, and I don't feel like any of these stupid ass unwanted opinions have anything to do with me, then I might as well just fucking do me and keep it pushing, mama. Because if I'm just gonna be happier being in this apartment, enjoying my own company, why the fuck am I gonna keep involving myself with other people? It's fucking pointless. You know, usually with these Ratchet Diary videos, I would spend time, you know, talking about the certain people, talking about the drama, or talking about the way that certain people made me feel. You know, I'm not gonna fucking stand here and waste time talking about what each of these people has done, who these coworkers have and have not affected me in negative ways, because they don't deserve a name drop. They don't deserve me talking about it. Also, it'd be too fucking long if I ended up describing the whole situation on everything that happened with these people. Just really want to keep focusing on myself, because the more I focus on me and the less that I'm giving my all to other people, the more accomplishment, the more success that I receive, because there's nothing that stops me. When I do me, when I set goals for myself, you guys know this. If you watch my fucking videos, you know I fucking get the shit done. Every fucking year, bitch. Like, we get the shit done. And if things are delayed, it's because other people put me down and make me fucking depressed and make me cry my eyes out, and I'm tired of wasting my time on those people. I've become so used to a lot of these same things happening at this point. So one thing I can take from making that mistake, having these things happen again with people and getting my heart broken again and again and again, is it's easier to move on from it now than it could have, you know, than it has been in the last few years. I don't let it affect me for too long because, you know, like I said, I just, time and time again, I'm just so much happier being by myself. Number 7 and number 6 are kind of intertwined together. So basically, doing Lyft for a year, and then kind of all the crazy things that happened with Lyft on top of the bad things that happened to my first car in that year of doing Lyft, and then also finally getting COVID. So we started Lyft, and the rest of August we were doing Lyft, and I still ended up finishing my last month at the convenience store. And my last day there was August 25th. Unfortunately, starting in October, the demand just really started going down. Basically, by the 3rd week of October, you know, I went out for my Friday shift, and it was the, you know, the regular day shift that I'd been doing, and it was just horrible. So I remember I came home probably early just because it was so shitty, and I was livid. You know, I ended up just going ahead and facing my fear, and we started night driving the day after, and that was my first time night driving ever. That shift finally actually ended up being the first good shift I'd had in weeks at that point. The following week was obviously Halloween weekend. You know, from the last Saturday, we finally started just doing a full week of night driving, and it really wasn't that good. At that point, we started to be like, okay, I just gotta like suck up my pride and unfortunately start looking for another job. And so the following week on November 11th, I went in to get my groceries at Walmart, and there's a Subway connected to that Walmart. I asked if they were hiring, and so the next day, that Friday, I went in for an interview, and I basically got the job, and we started working at Subway on November 17th. So yeah, from November on, we started doing Subway and working part-time there and doing Lyft on the weekends. And then 3 weeks later, I'm literally driving home after work on Subway, after Subway, and I was pretty much more than halfway onto the street, but then this black sedan comes right at the very end of me, basically almost already being in the street, and they hit my car. And obviously, you know, I pull over, I get out, and the next thing I know, this motherfucker just is driving off. So I'm like, great. So this motherfucker just hit my car and drove off, so it was a full hit and run. So then, you know, obviously I call my car insurance, and, you know, I file a claim and let them know what happened. It didn't take long to realize that car insurance is a fucking scam. It is literally a joke. You know, in my eyes, it's supposed to be a safety net. You know, if anything happens, they're supposed to help you, right? So I explained what happened, and they basically find me 100% liable, even though it was a hit and run. Here's some pictures of what happened to my car. You know, because of what happened with the car insurance, that was what I was more upset about, was the fact that they're like, okay, well, we'll help you get it fixed, but we're gonna make your car insurance more expensive. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is the point of having car insurance if you get their help and they pay for something for you to help get them fixed, but then they're gonna raise your price on your insurance? I'm like, girl, I'm already paying $255 fucking dollars a month. I can't afford for that to go up. So I basically just haven't gotten it fixed because I don't have the money, and I ended up just canceling the claim. I plan on basically just doing Lyft until the end of the summer because there's really no reason to quit it right now, because summer is the best time to drive. And so we're basically just gonna do that. Like I said, we should be able to start Uber in June, hopefully, and hopefully that's what we'll be doing for the rest of the summer. Since I last filmed, which was April 1st, literally the day after, did my nighttime Lyft shift. Literally this giant metal thing literally hit my car and came from the bottom of my car up into the carpet part where like my left leg literally sits. So, you know, I'm driving and it hits it and I'm like, crap, like I don't know what that is. So I pull over, I get out, I try to like pull it from the bottom and I can't get it out. So I literally have to like pull it out of my carpet where I sit, literally the carpet part of where I sit to drive. And I was like, what the fuck? And obviously it sucks because now I have a giant hole in my car. Then the following Saturday, after that, we did one ride. Started my lift shift, we did one ride. I basically am waiting to turn to get out after dropping them off. And the next thing I know, this homeless tweaker lady literally gets in the passenger seat of my car. Just to reiterate, not a passenger, was not a lift pickup, just stranger danger. Just hopped in the passenger side of my car. Basically at that point, I'm yelling at her for like 20 minutes to get the fuck out of my car. I was freaking out. I was like, this lady is on drugs. Like, she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. She literally didn't have a grip on reality whatsoever. And so, yeah. So then eventually I like called 911, which I really didn't want to do because I knew they weren't going to do anything. And of course they didn't. Eventually she finally gets out of my side and I'm like, oh my God, thank God. So I hang up on 911. So then next thing I know, she's on my side trying to open my door and I'm so fucking flustered after like dealing with her for like 20 minutes that I literally keep hitting the wrong side of the fucking lock button. And so basically I'm like right hand wheel, left hand, like literally like forcing it closed. And I'm like, come on, this green light's gotta go, this green light's gotta go. So luckily, finally the light turns green and I just race off. I probably ran over her because she was so fucking close to my car. I was like, that was insane. God, I'm gonna be doing this all day long today because I don't have fucking toots. So then May comes along and I get my like third or fourth nail in my tire. And unfortunately this time it was more on the side, so I had to basically spend over $600 just to get all new tires because I have all-wheel drive, so I can't just, you know, replace one of them. You know, I ended up buying the warranty through them, thank God, because literally 4 days later, one of them gets a slash in it. So I literally go back there 4 days after getting them all replaced. And yeah, I'm like, luckily they had the warranty, so they just replaced it. But that sucked because it's not like I had $600 something lying around for tires, so that really put me out. Starting towards the end of the Memorial Day weekend and beginning of June, we started cutting my wrists again. And just because driving and Lyft, obviously these last couple months has just been fucking hell, so I've been putting myself through hell to just continue to do it. I basically was starting to get sick the day before. So by Friday I was on cold medicine because I thought it was a cold. So I was like, I always get like a random summer cold, so I did have like a little bit of a sore throat. So I pick up Miss Jody and her parents, and I basically, there's a cone in the road, I try to avoid it. I still ended up being, still hitting it, which is like, whatever, like, why is that a big deal? We didn't die, the car didn't get fucked up, it's just a simple mistake, right? So then like 5 seconds later, I make the turn and we're not even like, I'm not even almost there to dropping her off. And so basically she's like, I'm gonna get out, can I get out? And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And so then, you know, she gets out and I do this, pick up these like group of people from the Rockies game, and it was super fun. We were literally like, Don't Stop Believin' all the way to where they were. We were doing a bunch of different songs for karaoke. It was great. And then, you know, I drop them off. They give me a $20 cash tip. And so I, you know, slide the drop off. Then after sliding the drop off, Lyft says, hey, your account's been deactivated. And I'm just like, what? And so they're like, check your email for details. So I get on my email, and I guess the support guy from Lyft, his name was Mike, and he basically emailed me, and he's like, hey JJ, so we're investigating a claim or a report from one of your recent rides that said you were under the influence of drugs or alcohol. So basically because of that, I was like, so Miss Jody reported me because I had a sore throat and I ran over a cone. So this bitch had maybe 10 seconds in my car to come up with an explanation as to why I hit a cone and why I had a sore throat. There was no other thought process in her fucking head besides she's on fucking drugs. And so I emailed the support guy back and I'm like, dude, like, I practice all safety precautions. Like, I swear I'm not under the influence of drugs. I get a lot of unfair reviews a lot of the time, which is true. There's so many transphobic men that fuck up my rating all the time. And so, I email him back and explain the things, and then he emails me back immediately. He's like, okay, JJ, like, thanks for letting us know. Like, your account's been reactivated, but if we get another claim similar to this, like, you're gonna get fired. So obviously, I was livid at that point, so my ass was like, I can't drive anymore, let's just go the fuck home. And so I'm on my way home, and I'm about to get on the highway, and I almost get hit. So, Miss Jody almost got me fired, and then I finally am on my way home, and this car literally hits me. I don't know how the fuck I reflexed so quickly and just did a little switchity switch. So I was like, cool, let's just get the fuck home. Like, I'm almost dead, great. And so then Saturday, I don't know how, but I got the courage to go back out the next day and do my day shift. Again, was still feeling pretty bad after that. Still, like, it kind of got worse from Friday. So again, I take cold medicine. I come home and, I eat my pasta. Oh, I can't taste this. And I'm like, shit. And so, luckily I had like 3 at-home COVID tests that my receptionist for my therapist gave me like months ago. And so we take the test, and Miss JJ finally got COVID. 2 years later, this bitch finally got COVID. And I was like, fuck my life. Like, are you kidding me? And so, obviously, like, I have to quarantine for 5 days. And luckily, by, like, Wednesday, the following Wednesday, I finally was starting to feel better. And luckily, by Friday, I took the test and it was negative. So we only had COVID for about a week. So I was really grateful that, like, it didn't put me out too much. But then, yeah, so it's just like, we almost get fired, then we have fucking COVID. Then number 5 of the worst is almost getting evicted twice when I lived in my apartment in Chicago. The Tuesday after Thanksgiving, we got a 5-day notice, which means they were giving us 5 days to pay a certain amount of balance before they file for eviction. So before I get into all of that, I want to give you guys a little bit of a backstory. So basically, if you've watched my videos, like, my first roommate situation at that apartment didn't end up working out. So I had this other girl move in. Basically, all of like this year has just been a nightmare, and it's just been getting worse and worse and worse. Back in August, we actually almost got evicted for the same shit that happened this past month. So basically, like, she was 3 months back of rent, wasn't paying anything. I basically pulled like $500 together to like help her pay, because I was like, bitch, I can't get an eviction, like, just because of your fucking ass for not fucking paying for anything. So that situation got handled, and then she's like, okay, from now on I'm gonna do so much better, right? So tell me why, like, 3 months later, same thing happened. She wasn't paying 3 months back of rent. From that Tuesday to Friday of that week, I was just kind of like, okay, like, we're getting out. And Friday, I kind of called the leasing office, like, I don't care, like, regardless of what happens, if she pays or not, like, I'm moving out. So, you guys, whatever happens, if she doesn't pay, she pays, whatever, I'm moving out. So they gave us till Monday to pay the remainder. So she actually ended up paying Monday, and so they're like, we're not going to file. But they told her, since I already told them I was moving out and planning on moving out and all that stuff, we had to be out in a week. So, yeah, I spent pretty much that whole next week just packing all my shit together, The deal was, right, as long as both of us moved out by Friday at 4:30 when the move-in inspector comes, and I was obviously going to be the one that is to be there because I'm the only one responsible for everything. And so, yeah, so basically she, she's like, meet me downtown and I'll give you the keys. And I'm like, okay. So I text her, around 1:40, and I'm like, hey, you know, I'm here, you know, just come meet me, I'll give you the key, and give me the keys. She's like, okay. So, as I told you guys before, right, 4:30, had to meet in this inspection guy with both of our keys. Obviously, I'm responsible for that. And that was all it took for us not to get evicted, right? So, tell me why it's 3:30, this bitch doesn't show up to give me the keys. And not only that, like, I've called her, obviously, at this point. I've, like, tried to get a hold of her, all this stuff, and she's not answering. And I'm like, bitch, I gotta fucking hurry up. Like, I thought it was over. I, like, was crying in Burger King, being a fucking mess. And so I was like, no, there's no way. Like, she can't do this. Like, we were this close, you know? So I called the leasing office at 3:30, and I'm like, she played me, you guys. Like, she didn't give me the fucking keys. And they're like, that's fine, JJ. Just go to the move-out inspection. Give them your keys, and that's fine because we have to change the locks anyway. So I was like, okay, thank God. So there's a chance that I can save this, right? So this is the hard part, though. You know, 5 o'clock traffic in Chicago starts at 3:30. So I was like, bitch, I can't even take the bus. And I live almost an hour. That apartment is almost an hour away from downtown. So I was like, bitch, I gotta call me an Uber super quick and get the fuck there. And girl, bitch, was in that Uber, and you know, I actually had to call the guy and tell him, like, hey, like, I'm gonna be there at 4:45. Like, I promise, like, I'm not gonna be late. I know we said 4:30. You know, luckily he called me and I got to tell him that. I didn't have to, like, go through the leasing office to have them update him. So, you guys, I make it at 4:42. The move-out inspector guy is literally sitting in his car, like, about to leave. The car's on, and I run up to him and I'm like, I'm here, you know. Yeah, and so we did the whole move-out inspection, and then I, you know, went back to the storage unit, picked up some of my stuff, and you know, just am staying with my best friend. And yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, so, you know, I'm just so blessed and lucky. You know, I saved us both, even though she tried to fuck me over and be vindictive to the last fucking second of dealing with this shit. But I made it there, and I did it, and we didn't get evicted, and they just terminated our lease. And then at number 4, we have realizing and kind of accepting that New York was not going to work out, / realizing it just wasn't for me. Because this is why we make these videos. Because my life is a fucking mess. Oh, yeah. So I've been going through some, like, major changes. A lot of the stuff that's been going on in the past, like, 2 months has really made me come to a lot of realizations, not just only about myself, like, kind of how I feel about life. Before I moved here, I had about 4 major fears. The first one was basically, like, having to end up spending all of my money. First week of February, one of my biggest fears comes true, and my bank account gets hacked. And somebody stole $2,500 from my account. And before I could do anything about it, Bank of America calls me, you know, someone's been in your account and they're putting fraudulent money into other people's account. That motherfucking Bank of America blames me. Not only that, but because they were trying to pin that shit on me, they're basically like, you're at a risk, you're too much of a risk, so we're closing your accounts are under review. So I had no access to my money, like any of my money, for like 5 fucking days. So number 2 and number 3 basically happened. So because my bank account got stolen, my second fear, how am I gonna pay my taxes? Because I knew I was about to owe a shit ton. So yeah, basically I felt fucked. And then, you know, the third fear, I already kind of, like, accepted and dealt with it, but, like, I really didn't want to have to go back into the food industry. When I moved here, I really wanted to find, like, the dancing gigs and, like, try to make that work, but I knew ahead of time before I came here there was only, like, a handful of places, and the first place that I was supposed to work at didn't work out. You know, it just kind of started dawning on me how miserable I was, and that leads me into fear number 4, which was, like, not being able to get my medicine. So that was a huge nightmare, because now I'm like, holy crap, I worked so hard to get completely set up in healthcare. That was one of my biggest fears. Not only just losing money, but, like, You know, I know how hard healthcare is. Like, healthcare is a fucking bitch, you guys. And as I said at the beginning of the video, you know, that all got finished, right? You know, I started therapy. I immediately didn't like my therapist. Like, the moment I met him, I didn't like him, but I was like, okay, let's just give him a chance. You know, therapist is supposed to make you not suicidal, and I would end up leaving, like, more upset than I was when I came in. So I ended up canceling services, and my psychiatrist, who's also a male, was like, oh, well, you have to be enrolled in therapy to be able to see me. And I'm like, okay, well, can I just be put back on the wait list? And they're like, well, we'll see. So basically, I get an email from my therapist, and he's like, so here's your two options. Because you canceled service with me, you can't see your psychiatrist, which means I can't get my fucking medicine. He emailed me and gave me two options. It was either see him or just cancel services completely. So that's what I did. I was like, I'm not seeing you anymore. I'm not wasting my time. It just kind of like proved my point from the beginning that like these motherfucking gay white assholes, you know, are a lot like a lot of the New York gay assholes in here who just think they're like the shit and like they don't have to care for the rest of the community. It's all about the G. It's not about the L, B, or T. I felt those vibes immediately, and they were toxic masculinity. And so anyway, luckily I called my doctor and he said that he could prescribe my medication until I find another psychiatrist. You know, I seem like a confident person. I seem so sure of myself, and I am for the most part. You know, it takes a lot of confidence to fucking look like this, okay, first of all. But, you know, I guess I want this end of this video to basically just tell you guys that, like, I am not perfect. You know, just because I, you know, had this whole envision of getting here and, like, whatever, like, this just what has gone on has just made me realize that, like, nothing is guaranteed, and, like, you know, it's also made me really question, like, if what I am and who I am and what I want to do is exactly what I want to do. And it's just been kind of a lot of going back and forth contemplating all of that stuff. So it's really just taught me that, like, you know, there's no planning ahead. I already knew that, you know, I live life with no expectations, but really insane to me how, you know, I can envision things and be very prepared for them and still everything can just fall apart. And so it's been a struggle and really difficult to just come to this understanding of, you know, I'm going on 25, and even though I still kind of want to make the way that I've envisioned, like, it's always gonna change, you know, like, even though I executed getting everything I wanted when I got here done, like, executing the rest of it, I think that came to it such a reality hit when, you know, all that stuff started happening, and I was like, okay, so do I have to, like, change myself? Do I have to switch my profession? And if I don't do something drastic to change the situation, I just feel like, you know, it's just, like I said in the beginning of the video with that clip, it's just like, it's made me really realize that, like, I just don't think that my envision of what I want and the person I was when I originally had this dream of being in New York is just not who I am and not what I want anymore. So, you know, I have the means and the money to leave, and I don't feel like wasting any more money in New York when I just have not been happy here. You know, and I haven't found that sense of belonging that I thought I was going to find here. Then at number 3, we have Almost Dying. This was one of the worst near-death experiences I've had in my life. Definitely, probably was the worst. I've had a lot of them when I was a kid, but this one was definitely the worst. For about 5 days straight, I was throwing up and couldn't keep anything down, including obviously my medication and even water. Like, every time I tried to drink water, I would puke it up. So I was so weak, literally by like 1.5 days. So every time I needed to use the bathroom or literally go and throw up and try to get it in the bathroom instead of on the floor, I would fall. So I really hurt myself a lot in those 5 days with trying to like have the strength to walk. I couldn't walk straight. My vision was so blurred just because I was so dehydrated. Yeah, so I gave myself a black eye, got bruised legs, cut up everything, like fucked up my teeth. My teeth are fucked right now. I still haven't been able to get them fixed. I'll show some pictures right here. The doctors really couldn't figure out what it was, but basically they found out my liver was extremely dehydrated, which explains me being extremely weak and falling all over myself. And obviously just throwing up for 5 days will do that to you. So I basically had to go through that alone. Since I'm in Chicago, I don't have any family. And in the midst of all of that happening, I pretty much lost everything at once. And by that, I mean my best friend, who I got really, really close to this year very quickly. He and I got this apartment together, and we had a pretty good summer. But he, like, literally about around the same time I was literally on my deathbed writing a freaking will, literally, he decided I'm too much to deal with and decided to leave. Then number 2 was when I was homeless during the worst part of COVID in 2020, in April of 2020. When I had to go back to New York and stay in and out of hostels and hotels. Then, you know, obviously my friend Bernie kicking me out really broke my heart. I was going to stay with my friend Bernie till I figured out the next move. And so I went to him and lived with him from February 14th until April 6th. Unfortunately, he ended up kicking me out. And obviously I had nowhere else to go, so I booked a flight to New York, and yeah, I was basically there staying in and out of hotels and hostels pretty much the whole month of April this year. And then about 2 weeks into being in New York, I kind of started to reconsider staying there. So I decided to go on Craigslist and see if there was anyone renting out a studio or 1 bedroom, and long story short, I got in touch with a guy who was subleasing his 1 bedroom apartment. And yeah, so I got in touch with him, we talked, he sent me a lease, you know, with the address and everything. It was a legit New York real estate attorney, lawyer on the lease. And since he went back to Texas for work, he wasn't physically in New York. So he had to send me the keys via DHL. So, you know, I signed the lease, I do the payments, you know, I give him first month's rent and the deposit, and he's supposed to just send me the keys. So after everything is finalized, you know, a few days later, just kind of keep getting these texts. So he got me in touch with a special person that was kind of in charge of getting the stuff for me to be in the apartment. He was supposed to meet me at a hotel to give me the keys, and he didn't end up meeting me. So obviously took a while, but I realized it was a scam. So, you know, here we are, we're homeless in New York, just got scammed out of $4,000, and we don't know where we're gonna go. At number 1, the very worst moment of the Ratchet Diaries was when my roommate in New York, literally almost losing my life and choking, you know, getting choked to death, and then spending, you know, 48 hours in police custody and in the psych ward getting called a faggot the whole time I was in the psych ward, chained to a hospital bed, was so much fun. Basically in November, you know, I went downstairs to confront him about something because he just kept fucking with me.
next thing I know, like, you know, I'm yelling, he's yelling, and then next thing I know, like, he gets up and starts attacking me, and we just start brawling all over his room. And you know, long story short, he puts me in a headlock. I'm like almost choking to death. I bite him to get free, and then again, like, choking me to death, and I'm like, Javier, let me go, like, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, we're getting into it. He's like almost choking me to death. He didn't let me go until I said sorry. And then basically, you know, I go upstairs to kind of get my breath back, and I hear him calling the police. So I do the same. We both get arrested. The precinct luckily was right by that apartment. It was right across the street. So we spent about 8 hours there together, unfortunately, still verbally abusing each other, you know, telling me to kill myself, which he's done lots of times in the past. And so basically, like, we're there for about 8 hours, and then they take him first, and then I shortly follow after that. I basically am handcuffed the whole time. And then they transport us to booking. I'm put in a cell, and then they move me. I have to get my pictures taken, and then, you know, I go see the nurse to make sure I don't need to go to the hospital. And the nurse is like, okay, she has a fever, she needs to go to the hospital. Also, she was worried about my mental health because I told her I was suicidal, which is like the truth. I've been suicidal this entire year. So I go to the hospital, I'm, you know, chained, I'm handcuffed to the hospital bed. I have to spend the whole fucking night there and almost half into the other next day in the psych ward. And that was a fucking nightmare. And then finally, you know, I basically have to go all the way back to the precinct. I wait another like 4 hours in the precinct, then I go back to booking again. And I basically get in front of a judge. And unfortunately, because he got to the court before I did, he lied about what happened, and I got blamed for everything. And so because of that, you know, they do an order of protection against me and him, and we obviously live together. So because that's basically a restraining order, you know, the police basically escort me to the apartment. I get some of my stuff and I have to leave. And so, yeah, I mean, like, and obviously, and it sucked because when I got back, he stole my phone. So, you know, it's bad enough you're gonna get me kicked out of the apartment, blame me for all this bullshit, even though you started the fight and you've been bullying me for fucking months, basically almost this entire year. And you stole my phone, so I have no way to like contact an Uber to go to stay to a hotel. So I'm like waiting outside for a good 30 minutes trying to call a taxi. I get into the taxi and I go to a hotel, and I'm there for like 2 nights. And long story short, you know, I go back to work, tell them what happened. It was just insane. My court date is coming up. It's on the 7th. Like I said, this year has been so fucking horrible that, you know, I just don't have any fucking patience or energy for a lot of these things anymore. So, you know, and one of my friends that I made there, who I got really close to very quickly, even though she wasn't there for a long time, she just passed away on Christmas Eve, and I went to her funeral yesterday. So, you know, this year has just been fucking awful.
Alrighty guys, so that was 10 of the worst moments. So now we're gonna do 10 of the best moments, which is the funner part. So at number 10, we have moving to Chicago when I finally got the hell out of Kansas City. It was such a big moment for me because I never felt any true happiness until I moved to Chicago.
Congratulations, you have been admitted to Columbia College. What? I had no idea. But wait, it says January 29, 2013. That was 2 years ago. Didn't happen. But there's another one. So what does this one say? I think this one is a little different. I think, let's see. It says, Dear JJ. Seriously though, it says Dear JJ this time around. I don't know if you can even really see that. Congratulations. It is my pleasure to inform you that you have been admitted to Columbia College in Chicago. Hey! So, yeah, I might be moving to Chicago. Finally going to start what I wanted to start in the first place. What stopped me the first time was not being able to get money. Basically, I got financial aid this time, and it's still really up in the air, but I'm gonna take one day at a time. And oh my god, I need to come down here now. Like, can we just like skip to September so that I can just come down here and go to school? Cause it's where I need to be. Like, nobody gives a flying fuck what I look like. Nobody cares, and it's like so amazing. It makes me feel like I belong somewhere. This is where I belong. It's where I belong, you guys. Hopefully I'll get here eventually, but this apartment's very empty. So yeah, obviously I'm moving to Chicago. Yay! Took one day at a time. I just wanted to say that I've never felt so like belonged and secure in a living situation or a town ever in my life. Chicago is honestly everything to me, and I haven't been this happy in a long time. And you know, you guys, whoever's been watching these knows it's been a struggle to get where I am today, and it was so worth it because I mean, I just haven't been this happy in a long time, and I truly feel blessed because I'm finally feel like I'm at where I'm supposed to be and where I feel like I'm accepted and loved and I can be whoever I want to be. I finally embraced my masculine side and started dressing like a boy. You know, Chicago's just been literally everything, and I definitely am happy that this is my new home, and honestly don't miss Kansas City at all. So at number 9 we have getting my second tattoo on my 23rd birthday while I was living in Chicago. You recording that? Mm-hmm. Hi Ratchet Diaries, about to get a tattoo. I'm a little nervous. I've never done it sober.
Me either. This is going to be an adventure for the both of us. Should be cool. Breathe, relax. Right. Someone caught that. Just breathe, relax. Smile. Is it your birthday?
Yeah.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Doesn't hurt at all, to be honest with you. I'm used to it.
Give me an up. What is that? DJ's a
Yeah.
crispy clean. He said like, Jen, this is gonna feel great. And this is gonna feel even better.
Yes.
Have a look in the mirror right over there in the back of that door.
Bam.
What do you think, JJ?
I love it. At number 8, we have finally legally changing my name, which was such a big deal. I was so beyond fucking amazingly happy. That was such a huge dream, and being able to finally legally change my name really did end up really skyrocketing the rest of my 20s into really stamping myself. Hey guys, I'm in the courthouse right now, and my name change was approved. My dad's filming. Check out my outfit. So I just got my court all ready to go, but it just happened. So let me show you the paperwork really quick. JJ Aries Sears, baby. Sadly, today's the 23rd, so I can't go and do anything and change the ID or anything. We just went to the DMV over there. but they were closed because today's the 23rd, so I'll get to change everything, but legally, baby, I'm JJ Aries Sears. So yeah, it finally happened. I wanted to film today because I just wanted to say, like, it's been a dream of mine since I was in high school to legally change my name, and it still hasn't like felt 100% real, just because it's been such a goal of mine for so long and I've had to continue to put it off. So I'm standing here today with my new birth certificate, which is JJ Aries Sears. Yes, God. That was really bad tongue pop. But anyway, it's finally here, right? So it's all finally done. So it's amazing just to know that, like, that's one of my biggest goals and dreams is finally done. Like, all throughout high school, I wanted to change my name. And, you know, because I've been going by JJ for like 10 years now. And I just never thought that it would finally happen. And also being able to opt out of the $500 fee that you have to pay to change it. So before I go, what we're gonna do is, this is my old birth certificate, and what we're gonna do is this. Been wanting to do this for years, like, fuck. Yes, bitch, I am JJ Aries Sears, and no one can tell me otherwise. And then at number 7, we have finding my New York apartment.
Hi, Ratchet Diaries. I just landed in New York. I'm about to get my bag from the baggage claim. I'm so excited. I made it here so safely. Yeah, I'm just about to get my bag, and then we will be on our way into the city and meet up with my friend Garrett, who I'm staying with. He's gonna help me find my place. That's why we're here for a whole entire week, to find my apartment. So yeah, you guys, love you.
Hey, Ratchet Diaries. So I was supposed to leave already, but the one that I was talking about that I really want, she ended up texting me like 10 minutes before I was about to leave, and has to reschedule for another day. The one that I needed to see today is the most complicated one that will end up having to be more of a process, I believe. And so that's why I'm a little frustrated that I have to already reschedule that. So hopefully she'll text me back and I'll reschedule. So I ended up getting a text from the lady that I was supposed to see on Saturday, the first one. She finally got back to me while I was down there, and she said I could see the apartment and start getting all the information needed for it. So I rushed over to her on Monday afternoon, and I saw the place and I love it. And I went ahead and put down a deposit, and Monday night I got back and like filled out the application and did the deposit thing, sent her, you know, my ID and all of that stuff. I still have not heard back from the leasing office. They're supposed to let me know hopefully by end of today, to let me know if I'm approved or not. So if they say no, you know, I'm supposed to leave tomorrow, right? So if they say no, I'm gonna have to stay. If they do say no, that I didn't get approved, luckily I'll get my deposit back for it. But it's kind of like starting the process like all over again. So yeah, it's kind of like a waiting game today. I ended up going ahead and dressing up because I'm gonna go like finally go to Central Park and try to get my mind off of this. So we're gonna go to Central Park and maybe walk around. It's a really beautiful day outside, and hopefully we'll hear back and we'll let you guys know. New York, I'm coming to you on December 1st. I'm on my way to the leasing office to sign. I'm so excited, you guys. I just have to pay a crap ton of money, and I'm gonna be there on my way to go sign a check, and then I actually get to leave tomorrow, so I don't have to worry about doing anything else. Oh. New York. You guys, I'm so excited. I'm
hold it in right now. I'm about to like cry in freaking tears. Oh my god. Ah, I'm so happy. I did it. I freaking did it, y'all.
Yeah, I just went there, got there 30 minutes before they closed. It was all such a last minute like situation, but it all worked out so well. So then at number 6 best moments, we have going to London. Even though we went mainly for citizenship, those 5 weeks ended up giving me the really amazing opportunity not only to go finally experience London, which was the second place on my list that I wanted to go after Paris, but it gave me that chance to really recharge and heal from everything that happened to New York, because I literally went right after my court date when I found out that I was free. So yeah, you guys, I'm in the bathroom right now at the courthouse, and yeah, today is the day. I'm gonna find out my fate, and hopefully I won't get arrested, because I'm going to London tonight. I never really revealed where I was going, but now I can. So if I don't get arrested today, a bitch will be on a flight to London tonight. So just wish me luck, and I hope, you know, everything works out pretty well.
I'm free! I'm free, 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 free! Oh my god, the case just got dropped. I don't have to pay any fines, and I don't have a criminal record, and I'm free. Everything happens for a reason, so, you know, when the universe takes you out of situations where you're miserable, just trust it. That's all I gotta say. Hi, Ratchet Diaries. I'm in London. The telephone thing over there. Yeah, today I'm on a bus tour. It's about 13 hours long. I'm at Windsor Castle, which is the first stop. And then we're going to Stonehenge, and then the last stop is the Roman Baths. I had to get some culture, and you know, a bitch loves her old architecture, and I wanted to dress in my beautiful green. This Jeffree fucking eyeshadow is slaying my life. So yeah, you guys, I can't unfortunately film while I am inside, I guess for security reasons or whatever, so unfortunately I can't show you the inside, but I can show you around the outside. And then yeah, I'm only gonna be here for about an hour, so I need to hurry the fuck up so I don't get left behind. But yeah, you guys, I'm so excited. Okay, here we go. Oh my god, you guys, apparently this is the oldest castle in the world. It's at 10, I think it's 1036, which is crazy. Guys, look at the statues. They got like all the different faces and like things. That's so fucking cool. Oh my god. Look at that. They're all different. Same with those too. That's so fucking cool. Oh my god, look at the fucking details. Girl. We got all these creatures and shit. Oh, that's so fucking cool. Oh, it's fucking beautiful. Oh man, so cool. Alright, let's go in this church. Unfortunately, I cannot film, but God, I'm just so happy too. It's just a beautiful day. The sun is shining, honey. The sun is shining bright like a diamond. Ooh, honey, she is beat today too. Oh yeah. So I just got out of the church. Holy shit. That church is insane. It's so beautiful. There is so much history there. Like, there's people, all the old kings and queens that are buried underneath. So amazing. Oh, you guys, that beauty. Oh, it's just like insane how old some of that stuff is and how great they've kept it in like good condition. It's just so inspiring. Like, oh my god. So I am running kind of low on time. So I'm gonna try and hurry up and see what else I can see. But yeah, you guys, oh my god, it's so beautiful. Like, I almost started crying. Like, I I could just feel the history there too. I mean, in the chapel where like people would sit for service, like the wood is like so carved out, and like there's people that literally could have spent like hours and hours and hours just doing the detail in the wood. I wish that I could have filmed it, but oh my god, it was so beautiful. Like, there's so much detail. There's one picture with one of the kings too that had a dragon. So I was like, bitch, I know dragons are real, because they wouldn't put that in old stuff if dragons weren't real at one point. But oh my god, you guys, it's just so beautiful. Yeah, so we're just gonna keep walking around, see what's good, and yeah, yay. Oh god, I wish the sun, you can't really see. I'm trying to block the sun so you guys can see it. Oh my god, it's so fucking beautiful. You guys, we're here at Stonehenge. It's right up here. I'm trying to get it before the sun goes away. Roman baths, city of the bath. Come on, city of the bath. Whoa, oh my god, look, it's like coming out of there. Oh, it's so cool. A lot of the other things that I kind of was doing throughout the rest of the time here was just kind of going shopping. They have this amazing store called Primark, and I bought like basically a whole new wardrobe there. So that was really great. And then I just went to all these amazing, beautiful parks and got to swing on the swing and listen to my music. And that's like one of my happy places, is doing that. Woo! Hey. Oh shit! Woo! Fuck yeah. Come on, Park. And then, yeah, just getting a lot of British dick as well. Some really hot guys got to experience all this, honey. Then at number 5, my going away party at the Lucky Horseshoe, where I worked pretty much the whole year of 2018. That still to this day is the best job, best co-workers, best experience. Hey Ratchet Diaries, so I'm at the Lucky Horseshoe right now where I work, and it's my last day. They're celebrating me at my going away party. Ooh, hi Ryan. Mwah. Mwah. Yes. So yeah, you guys, I'm just gonna be dancing my last sets today, and then I get to perform in full geesh and 2 songs later tonight to entertain the children and show them that I slay. So yeah, I will check back when I'm not half naked.
Let me get a little clap. Yeah, some applause would be nice. Yeah.
say goodbye to somebody who I love very, very fucking much. I have worked with for the better part of the last year, who is very, very dear to my heart. So I humbly request that you get all of your fucking money out right now, and so we can send her off to New York City right. So, Rob, if you'll hit the music, I'd like to introduce JJ.
This job has brought me such community and family and so much love and validation, and I'm gonna miss Lucky Horseshoe. I'm gonna miss all of you guys, miss every single one of you who has just made my day. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've come in here in a bad mood and left in the best mood ever, because there's so much appreciation for who we are and what we do here. And especially Rob, I love you so much. And, thank you guys so much for appreciating me and letting me be myself. There's been so much crazy stuff that's happened to me this year, and this job has consistently brought me a sense of peace and stability. So thank you so much, Lucky Horseshoe and the guys and all your customers. Thank you so much.
Oh, wait. We have a cake. Oh! She got a Miley cake.
Oh my God, I love you.
Woo woo!
Everyone give it up for JJ.
Yes!
Then at number 4, we have my fresh start during COVID, being able to finally get my own apartment, especially during that time in 2020, was such a huge accomplishment. And obviously, as you've seen in my videos, we have celebrated every year anniversary. We just celebrated the 4-year anniversary, going on 5.
So, since my dad's health is really bad, he hasn't been able to really help me with anything. And so he got in touch with my nanny from when I was 1 year old that I haven't seen or talked to in forever, obviously. Her name's Rachel. She's the reason I'm not homeless. Basically, she is best friends with the landlord of my apartment building, and she put in a good word for me. So basically, the last week of April, you know, I filled out the application for the apartment, got approved. He sent me pictures of it, loved it. And then yeah, we spent about the last few days of April just packing up my storage unit, because obviously all my stuff was in storage. You know, hired a shipping company to ship all my stuff, and then The last day they came, they picked up my stuff, I signed the paper. Immediately after that, we went and got an Uber to the airport and flew to Denver on the 29th, and I stayed with Rachel for those 2 days, and then I moved into my apartment on May 1st. I just feel so lucky and blessed to be where I am. I mean, ever since I moved to Denver, I've been on such a good streak. I am in a good place, and that alone, just with COVID, is such a huge blessing. I'm so fucking grateful to finally have my own place and wake up every day just surrounded by all my Powerpuff, like Powerpuff the house down! The house down boots!
And then at number 3, we have, technically, the Flowers and Midnight Sky music videos aren't necessarily really like major moments of the Ratchet Diaries, but those 2 music videos are the best music videos I've ever made, especially Flowers last year, so that has to be at number 3 because that was just like, those music videos mean so much to me and they're just the best quality. Especially doing it for my queen, my everything, Miss Miley Cyrus. She means the whole world to me, and those 2 songs really saved my life when they came out.
Long night and the mirror's telling me to go home, but it's been a long time since I felt this good on my own. Lot of years went by with my hands tied up in your ropes. I don't hide blurry eyes like you. I was born to run, I don't belong to anyone. Oh no, I don't need to be loved by you. Fire in my lungs, can't fight the devil on my tongue, you know. Don't need to be loved by you. See his hands on my waist, thought you'd never be replaced, baby. Oh, you know it's true, yeah, that I was born to run, I don't belong to anyone. Oh no. We were good, we were gold, kind of dream that can't be sold. We were right till we weren't, built a home and watched it burn. I didn't wanna leave you, I didn't wanna lie. Started to cry, but then remembered I can buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand, talk to myself for hours, see things you don't understand. I can take myself dancing, and I can hold my own head. Yeah, I can love me better than you can. I can love me better, baby. Can love me better. I can love me better, baby. Can love me better. I can love me better, baby. Can love me better. I didn't wanna leave you, I didn't wanna fight. Started to cry, but then remembered I can buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand, talk to myself for hours, say things you don't understand. I can take myself dancing, yeah, I can hold my own hand. Yeah, I can love me better than, yeah, I can love me better
number 2. At number 2, we have finally getting my dream dog, Maisie, after waiting 16 fucking years for her. To this day, she is still probably one of the biggest dreams and goals that got crossed off of my list in my 20s because our relationship has only gotten better even since filming that video last year on Christmas. Like, she is even more sweet. We have even a more strong and beautiful relationship, so I love my baby girl so much. She means the whole world to me. I don't know what I'd do without her. I'm gonna give the tiniest little backstory. A long time ago, when I was 13 years old, and as many of you know, that's when I really started becoming Miss JJ Airy Sears. My mom, in her lovely fashion of building me up to let me down, we had picked out this Bichon Frise puppy. I specifically remember the most about getting a baby book from the library to pick out a name, because we were very serious about getting her. We had already picked out the breeder. I had visited that girl dog at least 2 times. I took pictures with the dog, and I eventually picked out the name. It ended up falling through, and I was obviously devastated because I love dogs. I've been wanting a dog my whole life. And so, funny enough, 2 years later, I was 15, she gets this breeder to bring a couple puppies into a Best Buy parking lot, and me and my dad go meet her there, and my dad's like, what are you doing? Like, you can't spring this on me, blah, 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 blah. And so, essentially, I was almost getting a dog twice, and my mom let me down twice. So, for the last 16 years, I've had this dog on my mind. I've had it in my head. I've wanted it for so long. So when I ended up taking care of my ex-boyfriend Colby, when I ended up taking care of his cat for a month or so, I ended up finding out some information. I found out that it can still have an emotional support animal or a service dog. So I started the process of reaching out to my psychiatrist, and she ended up writing me an emotional support animal letter, so an ESA letter essentially. On my birthday, July 12th of this year, we received the ESA letter. And so after I received the ESA letter and I found it in my email, I immediately called a breeder that I found, because I was already looking at breeders prior to getting the ESA letter. You know me, guys. I go, you know me. And so I put a deposit down for a puppy. They had 3 girls at the time that I called. So then when I get back from Seattle, I work a couple days, and then Tuesday, when me and Colby were still together at that time, so he and I drove all the way to Kit Carson, Colorado to go look at these puppies. And so when I get there, there was only 2 girls left, so one of the girls had already gotten picked out, so it was between one girl and another girl. I picked her out. I was like, this is the one, and it drove me crazy, but I had to wait 1 more week to go all the way back to Kit Carson, Colorado, which is almost a 3-hour drive back and forth. So not only did we do that twice a week prior, then we did it again to go pick her up. And without further ado, I want you guys to meet my baby girl, Maisie Airy Sears. Alrighty, guys, say hi, Maisie. Hi. Got a little thing in your mouth, don't ya? You're playing with the little Velcro? Yes, you love to chew on stuff. Hi, guys. Say hi, Ratchet Diaries. Look at you in your little Christmas dress. Come here. Honey, say hello. So guys, she has no attention span, so this is gonna be a little bit difficult, but yes, this is my baby girl. Say hi. Say hi. Hey, there we go. There's my pretty girl. Look at your Christmas dress. Yes. Come here. Hey. Well, guys, that was my Maisie. Even though she has created and cost me a lot more money and caused me a lot of stress this year, I don't think the Colby breakup or anything else that I've gone through since then would have been as easy to get through without her. She's made coming home and like if I'm crying or if I'm like in a bad mood, she's made it a lot better for mommy. Just having a living thing here, and I waited 16 years for my baby girl. I've been wanting this dog since I was 13. I'm 29 and I'm so glad I have you. Guys, she has worse ADHD than I do. Kisses. Get some kisses. Hey, the baby. Alrighty, guys. That is it from me and my baby girl. Show off your dress one more time. Come here. Come here. Mimi, looky. Looky, Mimi. Yeah, say bye-bye. Here, let me get, where's one of your toys? You know, one of your plushies? Looky, say bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. We love you. We'll see you in the next year. Mwah. Bye, guys. You're such a cutie. I love you. You're my baby. You're my tummy. Say hello. Bye-bye. And then at number 1, we have going to Paris. Even though the person I went with kind of dampened the experience because he obviously broke up with me after I got back, that is still, to this day, the best trip, best experience, best eating experience, best culture experience, just the best experience of my life to this day. You never know, Barcelona might end up topping it, but to this day, Paris still means the whole world to me. Those 5 days there couldn't have been any more amazing. I pretty much felt like I got to just get the entire full experience of Paris, and you know, I don't think any of a lot of the stuff that we did, I don't think would have been possible had I not, you know, had him basically pay for it. So even though the relationship was difficult and it kind of dampened the experience at the end of coming back, like, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything. Like, it's because of, you know, him that I got to go, and so that is absolutely number 1.
Hi, Ratchet Diaries. I'm at Disneyland Paris. Let's go. Oh my god, you guys. I'm so excited. Let's get it started. There's the castle. Can't see it, I'm all too far away. Oh my god, so pretty. Come through, Disney Paris. Almost forgot to mention it's actually my birthday, so happy 24th in Paris, Disneyland. Come through. Castle. Eating at the Cinderella restaurant. Look how gorgeous this is. Focus. I want to go in the other room later, but oh. Be our guest. Be our guest. That's kind of like Beauty and the Beast, but still. About to have a beautiful birthday lunch. Hopefully I can say hi to someone.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear princess. Happy birthday to you.
Merci.
Finish. 1, 2, 3. Bravo.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's get on Precious Coaster. Here we go. Whoa.
visiter le site.
Les poissons sont nos amis, on n'y touche plus.
On va enlever perche à tes pieds, ça fait piquer.
Ratchet Diaries, we are here. Gonna try and go up for a reservation at the restaurant. Oh, it's such a beautiful day. Check it out. Ooh. Oh, you guys, it's so big. It's fucking huge. Here's where we're gonna be eating. And thank God we don't have to wait in line because we have reservations. So pretty. Oh my God.
Madame.
Thank you. Oh my God, so beautiful. Ooh la 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 la.
So they will.
Chicken. Oh my gosh, that was the best lunch, dinner, whatever I have ever had. I mean, this is a tourist spot, so it's supposed to be very, you know, excellent for us Americans, but if you saw the pictures, the food was incredible. Very expensive. Yeah, you guys, I will check back in when we are on our way to the very top of the Eiffel Tower. Goodbye. We are at the top. At the very top of the Eiffel Tower. Oh my God, it's stunning. You can really see all Paris. All Paris. You should be. Yeah, sorry, I'm recording. All right, Ratchet Diaries, we are at Versailles. Let's get it started. Oui, magnifique. So pretty. French flag flying high. Oh, this gate, bitch. Ooh la 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 la. About to go exploring on the inside. So we're officially in the garden. Oh my God, can't wait to go in the palace. We're gonna try and find the really pretty garden. Oh wow, look at that lake over here. This is what I was talking about. Look at those designs. The lake, far view. Looks so pretty.
Louis the 14th country.
My lonely heart calls. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Now get with this. Whoa, don't you wanna dance with me, baby? Don't you wanna dance with me, boy? Hey, don't you wanna dance with me, baby? With somebody who loves me. Don't you wanna dance? Say you wanna dance. Don't you wanna dance? Don't you wanna dance? Say you wanna dance. Don't you wanna dance? Don't you wanna dance? Say you wanna dance. With somebody who loves me.
In Marie Antoinette's house. Gonna go get us a full view of her beautiful house. Historical, making to the Moonlighter. Marie Antoinette was living large, y'all. She can afford get her little hunting lodge. Woo! Not paying attention to where I'm going. Oh my god, that's stunning over there. Oh, we're gonna have to go over there. Oh my god, it's so pretty. So my camera died, so we're gonna do the rest of this beautiful house on my iPhone. But oh my god, this garden is so pretty. How do you switch it back around? Well, guess we can't. I'll be right back.
You're a sky full of stars. In a sky full of stars, I think I saw you. Full of stars, I wanna die in your arms. Get lighter the more it gets dark. I'm gonna give you my heart. Oh.
What's up, Ratchet Diaries? About to go close to the Eiffel Tower to see the Bastille Day fireworks. It's getting crazy out here.
Oh, we can do anything we want, live it up. So live it up, go. And we ain't stopping till we're done, live it up. So live it up, go, 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 go.
Let's fuck tonight. Let's fuck tonight.
they did.
Wait, Paris won? So they won? They won! Woo! Come on, France! Woo! Yes! They won! Woo! Woo! Yes! Woo! Paris is so lit right now. Yes! Turn up! Yes! Not many people can say they were in France when they fucking won the World Cup, bitch! Woo! Alright, you guys, today is the day we are leaving. I got my little beret on for the airport. I'm looking out my window right now, just cherishing all the moments of Paris. I'm about to go downstairs and check out, and then our car is going to take us to the airport. I'm gonna miss Paris so much. This was one of the most beautiful, wonderful, life-changing experiences of my life, and you know, I feel so lucky that I got to come here so young, like I said, and I will definitely miss it. I'm sad. I don't want to leave, but low-key, I kind of do miss home, which is weird. Didn't think I would, but I do. So, gotta say goodbye today. Au revoir, Paris. Au revoir.
I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned up. Starting right now. I'll be strong. I'll blow my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. No, I've still got a lot of fight left in me.
Alrighty guys, well that was the 10 worst and 10 best moments of the Ratchet Diaries so far. I definitely feel like we should do this again when I turn 40. I can't believe we have essentially filmed every little detail of my life since I turned 20, like my entire 20s. If you want to know anything that went down in my entire 20s, it is all on YouTube. And not only that, but this November will be 15 years since I started making videos. When I first started YouTube, it was just dancing in my room and lip syncing behind a Zac Efron wall. But yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I appreciate every single one of you if you actually sat through the entire video. I know this video is extremely long, so I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, just continue to look forward to new Ratchet Diaries. We're ending this era of my 20s and celebrating the end. We made it through. We had some great moments. We've had some even worse moments, but we made it. And yes, so I love you guys so much, and I will see you on the next one. Mwah. Bye.